What God did to my family, I wanted to proclaim and declare it to every person in India. And that is the reason I, by God's grace, founded REMI, Reaching Indians Ministries, in the U.S. in 1993. So I came to America to start business, make money when I was a young man, 28 years old. But there I had an encounter with God. God spoke to me from 1 John chapter 2, 15 to 17. Do not love the world or anything in the world. Verse 17 says, the world and its desires pass away, but the man who does the will of God live forever and ever. So I wanted to surrender my life to the will of God. Left to New York, went to Chicago to go to Trinity Divinity School. And my plan was not to go back to India, but the more I was studying God's Word, I'm meeting all these professors, students from all over the world. I was wondering about my purpose, my destiny. So God called me back to India. 92, 93, I traveled all over India. I saw the country, Bob. And when I saw the country, God gave a burden for North India. In North India is unreached, Christianity less than 1%. So came back and founded REMI in 93 to do three things: evangelism and church planting, and train the national, send them out to the villages to share the good news of Jesus Christ. There is no other good news, only Jesus Christ is the good news. Now, in order to plant churches, you need to train people in their own language and culture and context. That's why I started seminary in central India, Bible colleges every state. As you know, 1,600 languages in India. And so we train people in all these main languages. Then to engage in the community. India, as you know, 30-40% live in abject poverty. And so to engage in the community, we have a number of programs: orphanages, schools, and microfinance, giving loan to the families, sanitation, clean water, so many things we do so that people understand the love of Christ. So Don comes to India and he teaches at the seminary, preaches, and our pastors' conference and address the graduates. So he can talk about his experience. He loves India.
And one further thing, Saji, let me add that your story is not unfamiliar to some in the river region, the Montgomery area, the Faith Radio listening audience. In fact, there have been teams, I understand, from the Montgomery area who have actually been and worked with you there.
I love John Blanchard family, the 100X missions. And even Redland Community Church, a pastor is coming. Pastor Wes Gunn is coming next month. He will be the keynote speaker at the seminary graduation. Then he will go further north to do another graduation. I love Montgomery. And God did something very unique and special. So John Blanchard family.
And First Baptist has been involved as well. Well, Don, what have you observed? You've had the opportunity to speak. You've seen the work that God is doing there. Tell me about what you've observed.
It's an incredible work, Bob. It's amazing to see what God is accomplishing there. The seminary is located in Nagpur, literally the geographic center of the nation of India.
Wow.
1.4 billion people. And the seminary has a beautiful campus. God has provided beautiful buildings that they've built, but mainly people. God has brought people there. They've been trained. They have great faculty members, and they put on conferences in connection with graduation every year. Kathy and I started coming, probably 15, 17 years ago. I've been back 6 times now, and the last time I was there last October and November. And we had a pastors' conference, had actually a leadership conference, pastors, missionaries, and others. Had over 2,000 guests there that came in from all over India, from other countries, from Nepal, from Sri Lanka, other countries. And we were preaching from the book of Ezekiel, and was a powerful prophesy to the nations, and was a great privilege. And then I taught discipleship for a week, a concentrated week-long course to the students, master's level students at the seminary there. And I've done that several times. And then several years ago, I was speaking at the conference on Nehemiah. And Saji suggested to me at lunch that we needed to write a book on Nehemiah. And I told him, Saji, we don't have time. You and I are too busy. A year later, the book on Nehemiah, Leadership Under Fire, the power of collaboration, had come out.